As we speak this morning, Mr. Porgo is undergoing another surgery. Mr. Porgo is a father of two little girls who witnessed the brutal assault. The children right now, they must be really traumatized on the family, and we're just asking for peace and justice.
We all need to stand together and say no to violence. We need to learn to respect and appreciate each other culture and teach our youth people to do the same. Our youth people need to know the value of human life, and it is our collective responsibility as community leaders, fair leaders, as well as elected officials to teach them that. We must also embrace our diversity and see it as a source of strength rather than weakness.
This is the human issue. And in the city, is many places this kind of incident happen. We are demanding our mayor and our commanding officers. We are working together with you to help to build the community, build the bridges. We need to demolish this kind of hate and hate crimes.
We, the Burkinabe community, are asking that justice be served for Souleymane Porgo, for all Africans who have been victims of a violent crime. We are here today hoping that the NYPD and the court system hear our plea and work diligently to remove these individuals off the street of New York. No one is safe until these men are taken off the street of New York.
As you look around, you see leaders from all communities. It's not just the African community, it's the Muslim community, it's the Christian community, it's the African American community, it's the Latino community. Because we understand this is greater than just one community. This is about solidarity among New Yorkers, that this act is unacceptable. No matter where you're at, no matter where you're from.
I wrote a letter last week to Commissioner O'Neill requesting that we get more officers here in the 3rd Avenue hub. This specific location in the 3rd Avenue hub is the second location with the most foot traffic after Times Square. And I find it unnecessary and unacceptable that we do not have adequate police officers here patrolling our streets. When I called the 40 precinct to inquire as to what's happening here, what's going on in terms of our foot patrol, I was informed that there are vacancies in the 40 precinct, and that is why there is a lack of police presence here in the 3rd Avenue bid, which again I find unacceptable. I've been informed that there's a graduating class coming where there will be 35 officers that will be attached or will be coming here to the 40 precinct, and so they are going to increase their patrols. But Commissioner O'Neill, Mayor de Blasio, this is the second most busiest location in the city of New York. You need to start paying attention to the South Bronx. We have vendors here, okay? Vendors here who are vending here with licenses. They need protection, and it's our responsibility as elected leaders to provide that service to them. So I stand with you, I stand with the family, and it's unacceptable what's happening. God bless you all.
I'm here really on behalf of the 20,000 street vendors across the city who work every day in our streets and are subjected to not just bad weather, but sometimes violence, right? They have money, they have their merchandise, and Souleymane Porgo is a member of our organization. We are doing whatever we can, therefore, to support him and to support the family. We did launch a GoFundMe campaign, and another woman who's here named Odell also launched a GoFundMe campaign. And together, those campaigns have raised more than $40,000 from the community, not from our organization, but from people who care. So we're going to be happy to turn that over to support the family.
Our brother, Mr. Souleymane, we must lift him up in prayer that God will bring him strength, and God will bring him healing, and God will bring him restoration.
Amen.
because we know that while this happened to one of our brothers, it could have been any of us. And I also take this deeply personal because I represent many of the families from West Africa, but also my uncle is a street vendor as well. And so I know that this could have been my uncle or my brother or my father.
We don't condone this type of behavior, and we want justice for this family. We stand with this family, we love this family. I too am a vendor, and we will not tolerate this nonsense. It's senseless and it needs to stop, and we want justice brought for this family.
3 things we do in our lives, which is go to work, school, and go to Western Union to send money back home to our family. That's what we're here for. So we are peaceful people. If you get to know us, believe me, you will love us.
This particular area is not strange to anybody concerning violence. And it is time now for leadership to do what other leaders are doing in protecting their constituency. Souleymane is one of millions of individuals who are now part of the injustice list. And I guarantee you tonight, when you go home, you watch TV, you see many, many Souleymanes in this area and other areas. Crime, violence, poverty, injustice, inequity are inevitable. They are caused and permitted by our leaders who are failing us on a daily basis. I don't want you to think this case is unique. This is permanent, this is chronic, and this happens all the time. It is now for our leaders to stop talking the nice talk and do nothing. Our children are dying. Our families are dying. And Souleymane's tape is now round the globe. And people are seeing how ugly Bronx is, how violent Bronx is, how bad Bronx is, and how criminal Bronx sites are just by one case traveling around the world. Our leaders know what they have to face. Let them tell us the truth and bring the resources so that nobody in this community or any other community will lose their lives or their families. There are areas in the Bronx that such event will not happen. And everybody knows it. Why not we permit such things in Riverdale, in part of Trucks Neck, in part of Morris Park, but yet when this happens, we say, oh, that's normal. We accept it and we should not accept it. This is nothing unique, nothing new, and it will continue to happen until we demand it. So today, I'm not here for photo op or friendship or good speech. I'm here to tell you the truth. This is one of thousands that has happened and will continue to happen.
As Muslims, we will always commit whatever happens to Allah. But at the same time, I think also it is the responsibility of all people of goodwill to see to it that what happened to this man should not happen to anyone in the city. So rather than speaking too much, I want to join my brothers and sisters here to say that this situation, I am positive that it's going to be thoroughly investigated and appropriate action will be taken to bring these people to justice.
The family would like to convey a message here, which one is peace and love. We are not asking really to go with the violence as a riposte. All we want to do on behalf of the family is to ask everyone to be ambassador of the peace and love message, and in order for us to have Souleymane out of the bed of the hospital. And we would like also to thank you for everything.
She actually created another GoFundMe page that the family has kind of recognized as the official one. The one by the Vendors Association is separate from this one, but this is the official family GoFundMe page, right?
Yes. I used to go to school not too far from here, and right along this street, I used to walk, and he used to see me. He used to see me, sorry. He used to see me, he used to see my head always in a book. And he sells a lot of books, so he seen me, and he used to always give me free books, like feeding my knowledge to learn. So when I seen the video, it just broke my heart, because growing up around this neighborhood, I used to see a lot of this like vulgar, gruesome attacks. And making the GoFundMe and mobilizing through social media, I realized a lot of people have a lot of like negative things. They're saying like, you know, oh, Black Americans do this and, you know, the Hispanic community does that. A lot of the people that's supporting Porgo are Black Americans. A lot of people that's supporting Porgo are Hispanics. A lot of people that's supporting Porgo are white, are coming from different walks of life. So I just wanted to state this, that like, when we separate this, it gives a sense of Orientalism, us versus them, and we need to stop that. At the end of the day, we are a race of humanity. A race of humanity. So I just wanted to say that everybody to support the GoFundMe pages alongside with the street vendor page. The street vendor page and alongside with me, and just support the movement of human race, support the movement of no violence, and I feel like this whole community should come together and just support Porgo. If you know any information, please go to the NYPD. And if you want to support, you can contact me via Facebook, my social media pages, which is under Samara Zabungo. So that's the last thing I have to say, but just keep like your Porgo in your hearts and in your prayers. So
I stand here united with my community because community is what we need. When we say Black Lives Matter, we don't only talk about criminal justice and the police, we talk about empowering Black communities. And how do you empower the Black community? Through unity. There's no reason that Black people can stand around and see another one of our brothers attacked and not do anything about it. That's a lack of community. That's a lack of caring. That's a lack of God. God said, how can you love me when you never have seen me and you don't love your brothers that you see every day? It's time we get back to loving our brothers. It's time we get back to healing our community. Things are wrong, we must say that they are wrong. Attacking an innocent, hard-working brother, whether he is African, Jamaican, or from right up the block, it's wrong. And we must stand against these cowardly principles in our community. We must take back our community. We must not make it safe for these cowards. If you see something, say something. I know we talk about not snitching, and I understand how that's embedded in our communities. But when it comes to things like this, you better say something. You better step in that gap, put yourself at risk, and help your brothers. It's going to take courage. I'm tired of the cowardice in our people. Stand up, fight back. Fight back against this system and fight back against Black people who make us look bad. They are a disgrace to our race. We are better than that. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power.
TBS stands for the Black Spades, one of the largest gangs in the city of New York back in the 70s. And my whole organization existed ex-gang members from different organizations. We stand here today in unity, not only with this brother and his family, but with everyone. Because we got to step to the plate and we got to bring a change about. In the 70s, we stood together. But today we all so distant from each other. There's no such thing as peace and harmony right now. We stand here, like many of the brothers and sisters say, for photo ops and whatever, but this is the thing. If we don't come together as one and make a change, then we all self-destruction. I call on all the OGs of the 70s to come together because the police got a role, but we too have a role. And our role is not to go out and fight, but to go out and we can stand in our communities and make a difference.